to another episode of Arrive and Drive. Today we're going to go into it with the intercooler V-mount setup.
So let's talk about the V-mount setup on this car. It took me a while, a really long time, to really look into what I was gonna do for V-mount, and it wasn't easy. But after a little bit of research, I went with the Extreme Rotary V-Mount. Yes, the same V-mount used years back ago with the RX7 Falcon RX7. They used to use the same setup, so I went with that setup. I figured it had plenty of R&D, you know, racing and development from drifting and all that great stuff. So I went with it, and I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with the performance. It keeps the intake air temperatures down. It's got a good radiator too. Of course, it comes with the radiator. It comes with the coil. The coil helps keep the water temperatures down. So I've been very impressed and very pleased with the decision. I don't overheat. The charge is not too hot. The air comes in through the nose of the car, and it allows it to feed both the intercooler and the radiator. I used to have a front mount intercooler setup, and I had to use a vented hood. And the reason why is because all the air came straight into the intercooler first. So it would go through the intercooler first, and that intercooler blocked the air going into the radiator. So with that blockage, it would be close to overheating all the time, and that's considered normal driving. At lights it would heat soak. I had to get a vented hood just to keep from overheating. So with this setup, I don't have to have a vented hood. As you see, I run the OEM hood, which, by the way, I think is the best looking hood. This is my opinion, of course, but I love the OEM hood. And the OEM hood is super light. It's made out of aluminum. Imagine that, out of aluminum. Doesn't get much lighter than that. Matter of fact, I had one made one time. I had a hood made out of fiberglass, and I ordered it and everything, and it was much heavier than this aluminum hood. I basically almost threw the damn thing away. So yes, so going back to the V-mount, it's really great. I really enjoy it. It works great with the car. What can I tell you? It's one of those choices that I made, and I'm glad I made that choice. And it wasn't cheap, but if you own an FD, it's not gonna be cheap, guys. I promise you. Owning an FD is not cheap. Maintaining FD is not crazy expensive if you get the right parts for the car to begin with when you build it. And that's why I front out a lot of money in the beginning. I'd rather spend a little more and get good quality parts. That way I don't have to spend money on fixing things that are engineered improperly. That's right, engineered improperly, or you know, they break. Knock on wood, this car doesn't break. I know there's a lot of people on the internet today, they're always claiming that rotaries are unreliable and the RX7s break all the time, and I see some of the struggles of actually some of the YouTubers and how they break their car all the time. I'm hoping that when they do break them, that they replace them with good quality parts. If they do so, their problems will be eliminated. I went through that. When this FD was totally stock, as things broke, I replaced them with new parts, and I replaced them with good quality parts. And now, well, you see me all the time driving it. It never breaks. Matter of fact, it broke the Miata last time. Imagine that.